truth, forget those jokers in your sight, baby. I'm shouting through this Monty Hicks who holds the mic. Yeah, I'ma glide right by, cause my rhythm ain't no game, and to keep my own falling lane. Still Monty Hicks remains steady aiming for that.
How y'all doing? Every time I start this, I always like to say, how y'all doing tonight? But it's not night, it's daytime. I'm still in bed on a Sunday. Definitely not in church, but still, I'm still somewhere. I always love doing this because I always got new jokes I work on. Because you ever do jokes that's just for yourself that nobody else gets it? Yeah. I ordered myself a boomerang off of Amazon. I keep returning it. And it keeps, there's this reason that says, why you return it? I say, well, come on, you get it. They keep ordering it, and they keep sending it, and I keep sending it back. It's hilarious. Been doing it for like 12 years. I could get joked all my old shit because y'all never heard it before. Well, you probably heard some shit. You know you've heard my shit before. Hey, they're here. How y'all doing? Yes. He brought friends. I like that. He has 2 friends. No, he got 4 friends. I'm impressed. No, that's same difference. But yeah, I'm glad y'all are here. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be fun. I got a lady got mad at me for misgendering her baby. And said, your little baby dropped pacifier. And said, little girl dropped your pacifier. She said, it is a boy. It is wearing blue. It went off on me. But at the same time, she was wearing a blue sweater. So I'm like, look, sir, I didn't mean to misgender your baby. I said, I didn't mean to mess up this father and son moment. And at the same time, I was wearing pink. So I'm like, you can't hit a lady. Oh shit! This is my new joke. I think I like that one. That was funny. That was funny. Just shake your head if it ain't working. Yeah, there you go. I like this place. Y'all like this place? It's different. It's unique. You name it. It's in here somewhere. I still get you that disco ball. You gotta get rid of these cheap shits. I don't get you a real disco ball. And look, all these pictures of everybody, but there's not a picture of me. Yeah, it is. No, I'm just kidding. No, I gotta have a picture, y'all. No, yeah, we're gonna. No, I gotta get it with y'all. Really? Can you even see me? Or should I smile so you can see me? Aw, we have nothing but Sesame Street jokes. This is gonna be great. You ever done jokes in front of kids? Hey.
Is there a comic?
Oh, really? Sit your ass down. Oh, just said ass in front of the kid. She's heard worse. I gave her a thumbs up. Awesome. Awesome.
You'll put $1 in the swear jar.
By the way, talk about swear jar. No, I got a tip bucket. Anybody want to leave a quarter so I can call somebody who cares about this show? I like that y'all sit right up front. This is hilarious. I forgot. Come on, have a seat, Sarah.
I know, right? I feel like I'm gonna be the star of the show.
You will be with that brand new sweatshirt on.
Slightly offended, pretty much.
Sarah by Sarah.
Look, there's Sarah.
There's a joke in there somewhere. Hey, thank you for coming. Have a good night. Yay. Not all up in there. You ever go in for a high five way too early? Way too early? I had somebody tell me, hey, I'm off work on Friday. I'm like, all right, high five. My mom died. She said, no, I go to the funeral. But what do you do when your hand is still up here? It's like, I just patted him on the head. I'm like, oh. Just shake your head and keep going. Well, you got Friday off. What are you pointing at?
Is this mama? This is the store mom and her baby, her fur baby.
Fur babies out there? Oh, there's a fur baby back there too. If I don't shave, I have a fur baby. Y'all don't want to know that. All right, I'm gonna go through a couple more jokes that probably, this is gonna go how it goes, and then we're gonna keep the show going. All right, is that okay with y'all? Anybody? I got kicked out of a Christmas show for this joke, so I'm gonna tell it.
Sorry, the intention.
Really?
Sorry, Monty.
Damn it! No, that was. Just bring the dog on the stage. No, no. Take a big shit right on the stage. That'd be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. The shit show has started.
Yay, that was a good one.
No. Anybody here smoke cigarettes? Oh my God. I used to smoke, but you ever think about it? Non-smoking products sound racist as shit. Nicorette sound like a short black man. You ever think about that? Gary Coleman's little Nicorette. Y'all remember him? Nicotrol, he's an ugly black man. Nicotine, he's between 12 and 20. That's a nicotine. Nicoderm, he needs some lotion. That's all I'm saying. That's a Nicoderm. I like telling that joke to white people. Y'all can't tell it on Monday. Nico, what'd you say to me? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't say the word, but I got kicked out of a Christmas party for that using that joke. Too straight laced. I got set up on a blind date one time. Y'all want to know what showed up at my front door? A woman in a wheelchair. What I do, I stood her up. She fell for me hard. You know how women do. To the club, she was quit walking. It was cool. We was kicking it. She was on a roll. She'll never run away from me. Just shake your head and keep going. You know what? Don't do that. This is how it's gonna go. I'm just saying. Anybody else? As comedians, was anybody else a bad child besides me? I was a bad child. Anybody? Yep. I knew it. Sitting in the back of the class. My dad used to beat the shit out of me all the time. My dad, damn. Tell him I said hello. My thing was, my mom used to tell me, all right, when your father gets home, he gonna beat your ass because you got a bad report card. And then she would turn around and put on a mustache and beat the shit out of me. Yes, exactly. Yeah, my dad lives in Las Vegas somewhere. I ain't seen him in like 12 years. Somewhere. But anyway, I'm going through my pain right now. Anyway, y'all enjoying the show so far? Y'all want to hear your first comedian say hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
I'll be back on stage between comedian acts, but yes, give everybody love and attention.
Was that 5 minutes?
Oh my God. I'm the exception to the rule unless you want me to keep going. What's her name? Ella. Bye, Ella. Bye. Have fun today.
Thank you.
I see ya. Now we can start cussing. Fuck shit, damn it.
I am so proud of you for all that.
Here we go. All right. There you go. That wasn't my 5 minutes. I gotta come. I host this show, so I come on and shut up, Sarah. This is your first time.
It was a joke.
You know what? Chicken butt.
Oh, I love that one.
It shows how immature this crowd is. All right.
It's just me. Do you write notes on your phone?
I do because
Okay, I just was wondering.
I can type better than I can. Oh no, I got some more jokes. You want to hear some more jokes?
Just two.
All right, 3 more. Here we go. Anybody grandparents? I'm a grandparent. Anybody grandparent? Man, okay, so before I became a grandparent, my daughter came to me and said, Dad, help me name your grandchild. And I'm like, all right. But I'm like, I've been a hoe all my life, so I'm like, I can't name her Anal Amy. Backdoor Brenda, Chlamydia Connie. I'm like, I went through the whole. Her name is Zendaya. So anyway, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Anybody else watches porn besides me? Porn lovers? Ain't nobody watching this. Oh my God. When you watch porn, what comes with porn is funny porn titles. I saw a porn title that said, "Oops, I got gangbanged again." I'm like, really? You didn't see it coming? I gotta think about that. So it was like a naked man. She didn't see it coming. Her eyes saw it
That's
coming.
because she was bent over.
Oh my God. All right. Any couples in the house? Couples. You ever ask your lady for menage a trois? I asked my girl one time for menage a trois. She said, "Yeah, you can have menage a trois if you can spell it." And I'm like, "Oh shit." How do you spell menage a trois? Let's see.
You know how to spell it now?
No, I don't. I still haven't. Look, it's in my notes. I already know. Okay.
That's when you go to text, voice text, and you're like, "Where's it from?"
But there's a crooked letter and there's a. Never mind.
Oh.
There's a one.
Are you talking about the J?
Look, he looked it up.
I tried. Here's my one and only. Okay, smoke weed. Who smokes weed in here? Everybody? I can tell you smoke weed. Y'all too? Y'all got some in the car right now. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. You ever say something very embarrassing? Look, he's laughing. I know y'all do. You say something very embarrassing on some weed that you like, oh shit. No, I did not say that out loud. I was watching one of my favorite movies one time, Purple Rain.
Oh, fuck.
Purple Rain was one of my favorite movies. And I was hitting the joint real hard one time. And I said out loud, I will fuck the shit out of Prince. Them little high heels and little tight ass. Don't tell nobody. Y'all keep this in this room. Come on now. He had that nice hair. It was laid. Sexy motherfucker. All right. Y'all ready for a comedian? Say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, come on up here. Victrum?
Yeah.
Vikram? Close enough. Put your hands together. Get up here.
Hey.
Wicked old. How y'all doing? Good. All right, so I'll start off by just letting y'all know I'm a teacher. Give it up.
Hey.
Fuck those kids and fuck that job. Can't stand them little shits. I don't know about y'all, but so I'm a math teacher. I teach 7th and 8th grade. I used to be, a year ago, I think right before Christmas break was about to start, my job was like, okay, instead of a math teacher, when the new quarter starts, you're going to be a science teacher. I was like, oh shit. This is right before Christmas break. It was a nice little present to me. And then they were like, the first unit you're going to teach is the reproduction system. I was like, oh. I got to teach these 7th graders what it is that they're going through right now. And I try to like run through it. I was like, all right, y'all, sperm fertilize the egg, boom, you got a baby. Mr. Sohol, what's a sperm cell? Shut the fuck up. You know exactly what a sperm cell is. Probably go back home and fertilize the walls with that shit.
Oh.
And because I'm a math teacher, most of my lessons, they're on paper, but these kids these days, they're kind of spoiled. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I didn't have my own personal laptop that the school gives us. I didn't have that. And they got their own laptop. So whenever we got to take a quiz or a test, they got to take them on the laptop. And so I'm just walking up and down the aisles, and every now and then I always see that one kid that just starts rapidly clicking his mouse pad the closer I get. I'm like, come on, dude, what are you doing? I know, like, it's just multiple choice. Just one click, move on. One click, move on. So I got to pick up his laptop, and I got to check, and I'm like, when I'm looking through the search history, I'm like, damn, he's kind of looking up the same porn I do when I go back home. I'm like, no way, you saw that gangbang too? The one where she takes like 3 of them in the face? I was like, that's awesome. So I dabbed him up and then I gave him an F, because you're not watching that in my class. But yeah, man, speaking of like being a teacher, I love my students. I've come to realize that I do that job for them, certainly not for the paycheck. And the demographic at my school, it's Black and Hispanic students. And I love my kids. The 8th graders that I'm teaching right now, I've been teaching them since 6th grade. So this is my 3rd year teaching them. I know what they like, their favorite snacks, what they don't like, candies, all that. Kind of sound like a pedophile right now. I'm not. But dude, when ICE announced that you get $750 per snitch, I was like, Jose, you gotta go. No, don't worry about that homework you gotta turn in Friday. You got bigger problems coming towards you. Go, Diego, go. You remember how those episodes of Dora, every episode, she was like, she went on an adventure, and I just kept thinking, like, what if in the finale she was just trying to get to the border? And like Swiper the Fox is really like some ICE agent in disguise. I was bouncing that joke off on my girlfriend. She was kind of helping me, and I was like, sweetie, what should I say? Damn, it sounds like a pedophile, or man, I kind of sound like a pedophile right now. She was like, just say, damn it, you kind of sound like a pedophile. I was like, okay. Then as I'm writing that down in my little notebook, I was like, should I say pedophile or predator? And she was like, ugh, don't say predator. That sounds weird. It sounds creepy. I'm like, oh, that's where you drew the line on this joke. Yeah, no, we didn't cross. No, everything else I said is just fine. Yeah. I'm Indian. Give it up.
Yay!
I just wanted y'all to cheer. No one's ever cheered for me. I've always been that kid ever since I was growing up. The first like week of school, when they get down to my name, I just start like I turn into like a turtle. I'm like, she's not gonna pronounce it right. She's gonna be like, what does it say? I'm gonna just call you Victor. I was like, okay. But yeah, so arranged marriages. I came out of my mom's womb telling her I'm not getting an arranged marriage. But somehow that shit has like seeped its way into my generation. You know, there's an app, like all these dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, not Grindr, at least not for me. But there is an Indian dating app. It's called Dil Mil. Dil means heart, Mil means meat. And I'm just like, that's really cool. Other races should have one, like a dating app. You know, like, well, Japanese people got Pokemon Go. You know, like they just start meeting each other. Like they're not even looking for someone, but they're both trying to catch that Pikachu. And they're like, oh, I peek at you, Pikachu. But I shit you not, there is also a Muslim dating app. It's called Moose. She said, oh boy. It's called Moose. You go on the App Store right now, you can look it up. M-U-Z, Moose. And I was like, that's really cool. But as a straight guy, I'm sure guys, like, whenever women are looking for guys on this app, I'm sure they have a great time. But as a straight guy, when I'm looking for a Muslim woman on a dating app, isn't that kind of deceptive? Because, you know, I need more than the eyes, baby girl. I need to see a little more than the eyes. It's already hard enough when all they do is like post a selfie. I'm like, I need to see below the waist too. Thank you, that's my time.
Give it up one more time for V-Dog. I don't even know. What is his name again?
Just say Vic. Just say Vic.
You just keep saying I'm going to fuck it up. All right. Here we go. You know what?
I just like saying it.
You're fired.
Wait, was I hired?
No, I was going to say that. Hey. Okay. Are y'all coming in?
Come on in. Come in. Lots to see and lots to hear.
I'm not for sale, though. Just come on in.
They're like, there's some black men in there.
This, look, what, 60, 70 years ago, I could have been for sale. No, longer than
I
that.
would have bought you that.
No, you know what? Fuck you. That's not Sarah. I just met you. I don't like this show. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is great. Sarah, you ready? Let's do it. I don't know your last name. We're just going up.
H.
Sarah H. Is that what it is? Come on, give it up for Sarah. Come. Yay, Sarah.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing that you were like, I would have bought you. It's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard anybody say.
Well, he's the whitest black guy.
Oh no, it's all good. I love it. I love it here. You know, I did just meet Monty, and he's had that joke about how he wanted to fuck Prince, but like as soon as I got here, he was like, "Do you see there's a Prince jacket here? I really want it." So, and I don't think he was that high. So, I don't know. Maybe it's an all the time thing, but it's Prince. You know, we can give him a pass, right? I got married last year.
Yay!
Yeah. Is anybody here thinking about getting married? Y'all are thinking about getting married? Next week. Oh, so you're like pretty sure at this point.
I'm not thinking about it.
Oh, so you're like planning on it. Yeah, it is actually kind of fucked up to be like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting married next week. I'm not really sure.
There's just a lot to go in.
There's a lot to go in, right?
Dream wedding, Jesus.
It's your. What have you done to prepare for it to be your dream wedding?
I ordered myself the finest tuxedo hoodie I could find on the internet.
Tuxedo hoodie? Are you literally wearing a tuxedo hoodie? I love it. Has it come in yet? No. So hopefully you're getting married next week if there's not a shipping delay to keep your tuxedo hoodie. 2 weeks away. Oh, so you're really not sure if you're getting married. When, I guess. Does anyone try to give you any like marriage advice? No. Nobody at all? Because before I got married, everybody tried to give me advice. Like everyone said that I needed to be on the same page with my husband about certain things. Like whether or not we wanted to have kids and finances. But nobody told me that we needed to be on the same page about aliens. Because honestly, the biggest fight my husband and I have ever had was about aliens. Because I asked him, I said, sweetheart, if I'm given the chance, if I'm abducted by aliens, do I have your permission to have sex with them? And y'all, the fight, hey y'all, do you guys want to have sex with aliens too? Yeah, great, cool, fuck yeah. The fight wasn't that he said no, the fight was that he refused to take it seriously because he said it was a ridiculous question. But like you guys have seen those hearings, right? Like they're right here. And I'm just trying to get a close encounter of the third kind. No, what I really want is some open contact. But if you laugh at that joke, you know way too much about aliens. Yeah, you know, you're into aliens. You know they're here, right? Yeah, always. You might be an alien, actually. Precisely. You know, I love that you don't deny that. I used to think I had a really good gaydar, but then I didn't realize that I was queer until I was 35 years old. So sometimes the call's coming from inside the house. I'm realizing a lot about myself. Like I've learned that apparently when I'm attracted to someone, I'm like really moody and kind of mean. It's apparently because I'm a Gemini. But I have figured out that I just must be like really, really attracted to my husband. You know, like sometimes I'm attracted to my husband when he hasn't even done anything. Figured out I'm most attracted to my husband when I'm really hungry. For no reason.
They call it hangry.
They call it hangry. Yeah, I call it horny, I guess. So he gets mad at me sometimes though because I say weird things. Like recently I told him I wanted to get an outside bird. Yeah, that's also what he said. I think like I wanted a pet, but I didn't want to spend all the money on a dog, and I wanted to just like stay far away. I don't know, be cheaper. So I got a bird feeder, and I met my outside bird. He's a beautiful red cardinal named Alan. Oh, thank you. Yeah. But then all the other birds started eating Alan's food. So I got a gun. Have any of y'all bought a gun recently? Yeah, you, okay. The people who are getting married just bought a gun recently. I'm sorry. The people who are thinking about getting married just bought a gun recently. You guys both raised your hand at the same time. Did you buy a gun together? Wait, no, what the fuck? I said, did you buy a gun together? And you nodded yes, and you nodded no. So how do you not know if you bought a gun together? Oh, you don't know, you're just lying to me. Okay, you didn't buy a gun at all. So I can't believe I'm the only one here who's bought a gun recently. A shotgun wedding. Oh, so you bought the gun for the wedding. That's why you're getting married. You bought the gun, you said go on Amazon, order a tuxedo hoodie, put it on, see what happens.
That's why you're still thinking about it.
No, honestly, when I bought a gun, I seriously thought that I was going to have to walk into this gun store and I was going to have to like beg them to let me buy a gun. You know, I was going to have to walk in, kick down the door and be like, I'm here to defend my man. Just like y'all, you know. But I was actually like surprised that there was like a young woman working there. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm a little bit sexist. So it was really easy. 2-page application, $900. I get my gun home. So the outside bird is not cheaper than a dog so far. And y'all, I don't mean to sound racist, but I think all cardinals look alike. So now I've got 14 dead birds. 3 of them are cardinals. And it's been a really long time since I've seen Alan. And y'all, when I named him, I forgot that my first boyfriend's name was Alan. So I'm sorry for shooting both of you. My husband and I also got in a fight that playing that game, like 5 celebrities you can have sex with, 5 celebrity hall passes. You guys know this game?
Yeah.
So we got in a fight because apparently it's not fair that half the celebrities on my list are dead. But does he really think that his chances of having sex with Iggy Azalea are that much better than my chances of having sex with Abraham Lincoln? No, I want to have sex with Abraham Lincoln. We're both from Kentucky. Y'all know that's enough when you're from Kentucky. I mean, he's tall. Looks like he came pre-stretched. I heard he invented something called a choke slam, and I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who, by the way, also on the list. Just in case you're wondering how a list of 5 names could be half alive and half dead, that's the answer. Jesus Christ. I told that joke at a show once, and a woman got really mad at me after the show. She was like, "You shouldn't tell that joke about having sex with Jesus." And I said, "Oh, really? Why not?" And she said, "Well, it's not very Christian of you." And I said, "Well, when I was growing up, every Sunday they came down to the pulpit and they said, 'Who's ready to let Jesus Christ in them today?' So I think it's the most Christian thing I could do." She really didn't like that. And what I should have said was, "Thank you, have a nice night." But what I did say was, Jesus came for me. Now it's my turn to come for him. Hey, my name is Sarah Hines. That's my time. Get Monty back up here. Thank you, guys. Wicked Ollie. Thank you.
That would help. All right. Thank you. Give it up for Sarah one more time. And her volatile marriage. I had a girl one time that had HIV. Let's give it up for that. HIV. House income vehicle. So I was like happy for that. So just shake your head. I'm sorry. All right. No, don't do that. Skip. Is that your name? No. Scott. Skip, Scott. Look, fuck. I'm drunk. And high. Scott, let's do this, homie. Put your hands together for my man, Scott. So get ready, your neck.
What's going on, y'all? How we doing tonight? Tonight, it's daytime, man. I never told jokes during the day, except one time. It was a paid gig, so a private show. Anyway, how we doing? Good. I was worried about coming here because I didn't know if it was like gonna be a clean show, you know what I mean? So I've been practicing, like, so I could be multi-versed, in comedy, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, when I think about doing a clean show, you guys remember that movie, A Christmas Story? When he's changing the tire and he's like, "Oh, fuck," but I didn't say fudge. That's how I always do clean comedy. I always say a fuck. You know what I mean? It always slips out no matter what I try. But anyway, yeah, they spilled the beans. Thanks for, now you blew half my material talking about being single. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that anyway. Back in the day when I was single, not too long ago, take back about a year. I've been here in Nashville for a year. I actually live in Camden. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's like, yeah. Definition of bring your own pussy to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't none out there. There's 2 in a possible. I used to hunt down at the truck stop in the morning. 2 in a possible. One had an eye patch, and I love to fill holes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but yeah. So then I'd be out here messing around in Nashville and running around the streets, hitting open mics and doing shows and chasing chicks. They're a lot faster here than they are in New York. It's surprising. With all the immigrants, it blows me away. Yeah, bike lanes, immigrants, shit's changed. That's why I moved. Anyway, but yeah, man, it's like I'm just off the rails already. I can't even read my shit. I just had a Red Bull. I hit a personal record today, 425 milligrams of edibles today before I came to the show. Yeah. As these guys, I usually do a 400 milligram Rice Krispie treat before we get going, and that's how I like to. Yeah, I'm a beast. I know. Personal records, getting gains every day, and I'm so blessed. But yeah, so like, all right, so. The chicks in Nashville went a little bit like this, like imaginary, and then I met this Hispanic girl named Rosa and her 5 brothers and sisters, right? But she was a little too handsy, so I had to back off of her. My hand had jerked off a lot. I'm lonely. But then was like election time. I met a Trump girl, right? Right? Yeah. She was cool, man. I'm not the biggest, I'm not the best performer, but she still thought I'm tremendous. You know? Good, yeah, thanks. That's what I said. But we started messing around and talking, and you know, I found out that I'm sensitive down there when it comes to certain brands of lube. So I had to go online and take an online test, and they're like, "What's your favorite position?" They're like, I'm like, doggy, but that's very presumptuous to think that there's a woman with me, you know what I mean? And part 2 to the question was, what is your current use of lubage? And I'm like, my tears, you know. So it's this, yeah, I love it here, man. It's like the Music City, right, Nashville. It's I'm a firm believer that music is like a time machine, right? What was your wedding song? Anyway, but if you did, what would it be? You guys got a song? You guys said. You guys have a special song? No. Any song? You guys, you know we're in the Music City of Nashville, right? Okay. Hey man, do you have a special song that takes you back to time when anytime you hear it, you're like, oh, I was here? Oh my fucking God, dude. Anyway, let me throw this fucking book at you. Fucking, jeez.
I got one.
Thank you.
Time after time.
Where does that take you back to? Cyndi Lauper, all right. Yeah, me too. WrestleMania. I remember I had the measles or some shit. That was cool.
Back when my hair was pink.
Child trauma. I love it. Thanks a lot. Fucked up shit. Anyway, I go back and I think of the song Under the Bridge. Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? Yeah, I was a young man, and it was the first time I slid my thumb into a girl's bum. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was special. Yeah, I thought it was special, but it was her thing. All the guys called her Thumpkin. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I fucking worked that one out. Good, yeah. Anyway, so I was talking about being clean again, right? Like, clean comedy, right? Be more sellable and marketable, and I came up, like, I love the word queef. It's my favorite, right? I love it. Like, the first time my homeboy found out what a queef was, we were smoking blunts at the gazebo, and he's like, man, I love eating Carrie's pussy. I just, and it back in my face. And I'm like, bro, that's a queef. And he's like, dude, it's my hair. I'm like, fucking smart ass, you know? Anyway, I came up with this term, muff puff, right? Way easier on the ears. It sounds like a Pokemon. You can trade it with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So pass that around the internet for me. You know where it started. All right. So let's go into some current topics. Someone brought up porn, right? You guys remember? Yeah, remember that chick that just fucked 1,054 dudes in one day?
I told you that should happen.
Pregnant. She asked Maury to be on the show, and Maury said, go fuck yourself. He's like, I can't afford that shit. The ratings are down, you know what I'm saying? Nobody watches TV no more, you know? And I'm wondering, through that whole thing, did they line them up from, like, smallest to biggest? You know what I'm saying? Like, Asian dude, white guy, Indian, brown dude. Just down the line of races, you know, like around the block, man, 1,000 of them fuckers, man. But yeah, I saw, like, right after she did that shit, she was crying them alligator tears, like, oh, I didn't let them all finish. I promised them 5 and only gave them 3 minutes. That's the fucking voice of a quitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get in there and roll up your sleeves, bitch, and give them the full 5 minutes. God, you know, fucking. Any veterans here? I want, you know, give back to the country. Yeah, I am too. Wait, so what's your service?
Air Force.
Air Force, all right, my guy, yeah. Anytime I needed a ride, jump out of a plane, that's who provided it, man. Fucking A, yeah. I like to tell civilians that when I was in the Army, I was an in-flight missile mechanic. You know what I'm saying? It blows their mind. They don't get it. They're like, what do you mean? I used to ride on the missile and fix it. Really? Yeah, dude. One-way ticket. It never lands, you know, like this. It's just, chirp, chirp. You know, I try to fucking stuck that joke down their faces every time I'm on stage, because I don't remember names. I'm a face guy. Yeah, I'm a little bit of everything. Oh yeah, my name is Skylo. I am a oxymoron. You know, I'm deceptively honest, clearly misunderstood. I behaved badly in school. That's why I sit in the back and do this, right? You know, but something I just gotta lean into. Do you go to the VA, sir, for medical care?
Haven't been in years.
You haven't been in years.
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Oh, good. Hey, dude. Praise the Father, man. Hell yeah. You got Yingling around your neck and between your legs, dog. Hell yeah. Fucking living, dog. Fucking Air Force dudes are smart AF, as the kids say, yeah? Shit. Speaking of kids, it's free.
Hands free.
Oh, hands free. Oh.
And I don't lose my beard.
That's how I jerk off, too.
I got a strap on.
Hands free, and I don't lose my beer. Huh? Hold my beer. That's how it gets you in trouble, right? For white dudes? That's a famous white dude thing. But I had to go there for glasses, and it's like, I believe, man, eye doctors are fucking, like, sadists. You know, they're like, hey, look at this barn. I swear I'm not going to blow this puff of fucking air in your eye. And then they do it again and again, and you're a sucker, you fall for it. And then right, yeah, this fucking bitch, like the receptionist or secretary or whatever, I call my secretary. But anyway, that's getting off the rails. But she was like, read the sign on the wall. You're supposed to do this and that. I'm like, bitch, I'm here for glasses. I can't see the sign. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking hate cunts like that. I call them. When I was back in New York, like I would go out and about, and every Tuesday I would run into a cunt. So we love our acronyms. See you next Tuesday, right? Yeah, for real. Every Tuesday, man. Like the one chick at Dollar Store went on to return stuff, they had a backpack on. And she was just mad because she couldn't break the endless cycle of teenage pregnancy in her family. It's not my fault, that's hers, you know. That's her shit. That was just mean, I know, I'm sorry. I'm just getting mean now, I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to have fun. Let's see. Hey, I was thinking, I saw on the news that Bill Gates is at it again. I like to call him DJ Injects. He's trying to get that monkeypox spread. Yeah, I'll give you some raw thoughts here. I was thinking that with all these people doing remakes of 80s movies, right? How about we have gay RoboCop? Like, he's a real stickler on vernacular and, like, you know, like, he's fabulous. Anyway. Let's see. Ladies, I'm trying to grow my hair out, and I'm at an awkward point. Like, if you pull on it, will it grow? No, same thing with my wiener. Never worked. Let's see. I like to punish my kids according to a magic 8-ball. Speaking of kids, when I love to support local business, right? Like these dudes seem like local people, right? Yeah. And when I went to the cell phone store, the dude didn't have the case I wanted, so I waited a few weeks and he ended up giving me an electric high-speed charger, right? Thing was, when it would get loose, it would arc and it hit my child. But it was the one I didn't like, so I was like, boom, 2 for 1, you know? Anyway. I love to beat my kids. I miss them. They're coming up after the school year. I'll get them up here. Looking forward to that. But let's see. Did you guys see the that Carnival cruise that turned into a clan meeting? Like these. Yeah. So it was an Australian Carnival cruise. The staff dressed up like the KKK, and they said they were upside down snow cones. And they didn't know what the KKK was, so they don't have Google in Australia, apparently. Like, I don't know. It's something that came on my radar across my desk. Something about eating pussy, popping cherries. Oh, that was an open mic. My bad. Let's see. You know, that's all I taught, man. Thank you for listening to my rambles. Have a great night.
Give up one more time for that dude, whatever his name is. I forgot. Is that Skylo? I've never heard that. I like it. It's unique. It's different. Thank y'all for shopping. We appreciate it. Is it just me? Is every comedian horny as shit on stage? Hey, how y'all doing? You're laughing. I like that. Bye, Mom. Oh my God. All right. We got some good comedians in here. I don't know what the next one. I'm just kidding. Y'all enjoying yourself so far? Yes. It's a small crowd, but it's effective. It works. We're making each other laugh, and we support each other. Am I right? Right.
Yay.
What we're gonna do is support.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna support a friend of mine. We do a podcast together with a couple of more of our friends, and this is her first time doing comedy. I don't know where she is. Is she in the back somewhere? Shut up, sir. Oh my gosh. Shut up. All right, are you ready for this? Put your hands together for Sarah G. Come on, Sarah G. G.
So I'm Sarah G. Okay, I do have to say though, Skylo, I was like, sky and low. Yeah, I get it. I had to go there. I'm sorry. So, Monty, we do a podcast together, and I'm up here doing comedy because of him. So if I'm bad, you can blame him. It was about 6 months ago. He was like, Sarah, you're just so funny. And I'm like, oh. So it took me about 6 months to get up here. I've been working really hard on it. Yeah. But I have to hit start because he says I only have 5 minutes. So I've been working really, really hard, and I've got these jokes, these knock-knock jokes and these yo mama jokes. Oh, wait, those are my kids' jokes. Maybe I'm not prepared. But I'm pretty sure that I can steal them from them, right? I own everything until they're 18. Anything they say, it's all mine. And they're really funny. We go back and forth. I got 2 boys. They dance around. And I'm like, really? And Mama says, oh no, I got this. Mama wins every time. Yeah, I know. I'm loving this. They got the drums. I got a harmonica. And Monty hates my harmonica. I have lost like 5 different. Will you love my harmonica? I have lost like 5 harmonicas. I'm pretty sure Monty takes them every time and hides them. So Monty told me that I should have a notebook of what I should do, and my kids use all my paper, so now I'm using theirs. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I got all this memorized. I got lots of stories, lots and lots. Okay. So I was just outside earlier, and my friend is like, she's like, I love those jeans. I'm like, yeah, everybody wants my jeans. They're like, how did you get those jeans so awesome? I said, it's that Clorox from Dollar General. I spilled it on there, and it just eats away at it. And they're like, how much you pay for that? I'm like, I got these from Goodwill and the Dollar General bleach. Because Mama is poor. Yeah, I'm really not very good at this. I know. I like messing with Monty. So we do this podcast and we sit and we talk back and forth, and he's always telling me, he's like, you cannot say those things. So we do a podcast. I got my wonderful white black Monty. I've got my roommate who's she's Puerto Rican, and then we've got Enrique, who is Latino. I learned I can't say Mexican, so I'm working on it. But I keep telling them I'm just a little black inside. I'm like, why can't I say these things that you guys say? They say because you sound like a white person. I was like, well, I was born that way. It's not my fault. I can't help it. Monty's looking at me like, oh, yeah. likes to message us and stuff, and every once in a while he does this SMH. And so I'm looking at my friend Kat. She's a Puerto Rican. I'm like, why is he always saying shma to me? She's like, it's shaking my head. I'm like, shma. Well, don't get me squirreled. I'm always getting squirreled. I'll be talking, I'm like, so what I was trying to, they're like, Sarah, stay focused. I'm like, I'm trying really hard. So we started this podcast a little while back, and at first it was just Monty's, and then, you know, us girls came and took it over. So now it's Monty Hicks with chicks. Exactly. So he's like, Sarah, you're gonna have to like pause and let other people talk. And I said, you just don't understand. I usually don't get heard. I'm so excited I get to talk. I just want to talk all the time, every day. Okay, Monty, I'm sorry. So we're going around the table, and Monty's like, you know, let's all say something about what we like about every single person. So they're saying that. Monty goes, Sarah, you know what I like about you? I'm like, what? He goes, you never shut the fuck up. I'm like, and I was speechless for the first time.
3 seconds.
I got 20 seconds. I know, I'm so excited. I'm gonna be like, clicking my heels. Anyway, I do want to say to everybody who's out here, you guys are awesome. You're wonderful. I got 9 seconds left. Monty, thank you so much. This is my very first time doing this. So I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, thanks for faking it. I've done that before too.
Awesome, Sarah. You did better than I thought. I'm just trying to. Yeah. You gotta start somewhere. On this stage is gonna be it. You have to write your name on that thing over there.
I've already done it
No, twice.
Third time's a charm.
Oh, there we go. So she won't shut the fuck up. That's why I like her a little bit. She always got to talk. Thank you, appreciate it. You can shut up now. I love you. You're crazy. All right. We just gonna keep rolling. Y'all ready to keep going with this?
Hell yeah!
Huh? No, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I would hate to be the funniest one here.
We're gonna all take turns smacking the shit out of her when we get off stage. All right.
Joke's on you, I like it.
We're going to talk after the show.
Come
all right.
back next month for Haley's first time.
No, I'm kidding. See, she won't shut up. But you know, for a podcast, you need somebody to talk. You just can't have dead air, and that's why I say you got to do this. So we got to rotate around and get everybody. All right, y'all ready for another comedian? Say hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Keep the show rolling. What's his name? Andreas.
Oh no!
What's his? No, for real. What's his name? I can't read my own writing.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna call him.
Your next comedian, the most amazing person ever.
I'm-
Let's hear it for Adrian Walker.
Adrian Walker. You just gonna take over the show. Shut up, Drew. Come on up here, dog.
Man, I got you, bro. You ain't gotta worry about it.
Really? You think so? First and foremost, let's give it up to your host, Monty.
Yay! He doesn't suck.
He doesn't suck. This man literally talked about fucking Prince just a few minutes ago. What are you talking about? Let's not do that, man. I'm going to say that this is the first time I've ever done a comedy show in a place where I feel like I'm at an AA meeting. I'm really worried that somebody's going to tell some crack stories here in a few minutes about dirty things they've done for fentanyl behind the Opryland Hotel. This lady is choking. This man has a beer necklace. Yeah, there's no answer for that. Thank you for your service, though, my friend. Thank you for my. Anybody been cheated on before?
Hell yeah.
Make a little more noise for that, man. Hey. Embrace that. Embrace that. So what I'm gonna do is I know we're all acquainted to social media and things of that nature. So we've all heard the notion of we listen but we don't judge. So I need y'all to count this off for me one time. 1, 2, 3. We listen.
But we don't judge.
You better know it. So the first time I got cheated on, I had just left my grandmother's funeral. Me and this gentleman I call my brother over there. We go to, I'm 14 at the time. We go to McDonald's because I want to go and get comforted by my girlfriend. Unfortunately, when we get into this parking lot, she has a car. She's 16. I grew up in the crack era, so, you know, old men definitely screwed young women. So, you know, it is what it is. It's an R. Kelly thing. I'm 14-year-old Adrian Walker. And I do the foolish thing, and I do this. I knock on the window, and I watch my girlfriend come up with at least that much of dick in her mouth.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm an emotional wreck at this time. I'm glad that are you okay? You're feeling it with me right now, too. You all right?
I get to see it.
Yeah, I saw it, too. It was at least about 13. At least biggest bass I ever seen. Anyway, so as I sit there and I watch and I knock on this window and, you know, things get real disrespectful when she did this right here and wiped her mouth off. I said, God. Now,
I told you I was sorry.
So, you know, this is the first time I ever felt like I punked out on something. So I go and I tell my insensitive brother. She's sucking a dick! He looks me dead in my eye. Hey, it's good. You got some head, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No, not my dick. It wasn't mine. She's sucking someone else's. My insensitive brother, which is sitting right there, looks me dead in my eyes and says, hey, we don't take that kind of shit. Let's go on back over there. Now, I got a decision to make. There is a man with 13 inches of cock hanging out. And I look over at my big brother, I'm looking at him, and he say, you better get him. Better get him. Now, she's sitting there, she doesn't know what to do. And what do? I do the manly thing. I holler at her because I'm not arguing with nobody with a dick out. She gets out the car, she looks at me. Oh, I got to quieten this down now. There's the people that are spending money in here. Hey, before, I'm going to finish this story, but I got to say this. I am looking at all of these nice Christian white men on this board. And I know that it is Black History Month. I know what my ancestors feel like when they got sold now. I do. Because this guy back here has been looking at me like, you know how much goddamn shit how much inventory I can put up with him working here? I am not part of the inventory. I don't jump high. I don't run fast. I'm lazy as fuck. I'm that word that you really want to use. I'm definitely not going to be cheap. Definitely not. Let me go ahead and land this story real quick before Monty sit there and say, hey man, we can't never have him back here. So anyway, I end up arguing with this chick and she scratches me on the face. Now, I don't know if you've ever got cheated on and beat up at the same notion. So my brother grabs me and he was like, hey, either you gonna beat dude ass or you ain't. But one thing about it, when we get home, I'm telling Pops. And he gonna beat your ass anyway. So here we go. I go ahead and I fire on the dude that's got his cock out. I gotta go ahead and say that because his cock has still not been put up because he has let it be known to her. She got 35 more minutes on break and she gotta finish him off. Now I don't know how much disrespectful notions I'm supposed to get at 14, but this is a grown man with a grown cock and a young girl that is still in high school that is a McDonald's employee. I shouldn't be embarrassed, but I am. I need you to just hold on. I promise this is going to get better. She's down there in tears. Help her, please.
I'm coming.
You must have been cheated on before. You been cheated on before? Or were you the cheater?
I'm the one that said, who the fuck has one?
How many times you been cheated on?
I don't know, but I was married for 3 years.
You was married for 3 years?
Uh-huh.
Was he? Story over.
Dude.
Huh?
Grinder. Where's that one dude?
He was on Grinder?
Yeah. It wasn't him. But he made a joke about Grinder.
Okay, so Monty, please let me have 2 more minutes. So are you telling me that your husband cheated on you with a man on Grinder?
This is the best day of my life.
This is the best day. This is therapy for you.
No, I'm just playing. No, I'm not playing. I'm being for real, but this is the best day of my life for real.
So I'm telling you, I'm like literally wasting my time for this
Okay,
right here.
go ahead.
No, this is great because
I want to hear how you got your.
okay. Long story short, we whooped his ass.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
I got shit on my shoes. That's the punchline. That's the punchline. Let's get to you.
Why do you think
Grinder?
I was trying to introduce him?
Grinder? Your man left you for a man?
No, he kept coming back.
No, he didn't leave me. I left him.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, and I gotta get out there. To be a gay man, you gotta be really gay because every woman has an asshole. So to leave, you had to do something because you were equipped with. Well, you don't have one of those.
I wouldn't let him in there.
You wouldn't let him in your gas tank? I'm about to get off the stage with this shit. Why?
That shit hurts.
So you tried it before.
I'm too drunk. I gotta go.
I done my job. Monty, come get this microphone. My name is Adrian Walker, man. March 1st, if y'all ain't doing that, y'all can see me for 45 minutes.
You know what, Adrian Walker? That was a gay. That was awesome. That was a good gay joke. Adrian Walker, that's funny. I gotta stop telling my Prince joke. Fuck that.
It's like a segment.
You're next.
Hey, I'm just. No, never mind. I can't even explain it. All right, y'all ready for another comedian? I don't even know where to go from that. That was good. All right. Put your hands together for my man Sean Hayes. Come on up here, Sean. Okay, the balloon guy.
We've worked together more times than I can count, and I never gets my name right. Whatever, you're too late. You're done. Sorry. I feel this is like an AA meeting. We're like, yes, I'm friends with Monty. A lot of people are surprised that I'm friends with Monty, not because I'm white, because I'm not a white woman. That's what they're shocked by. Same. Absolutely. You know. That's right. Just to let you guys know, I'm probably going to be a very different comedian. You're going to be surprised that Monty's friends with me. Because when I'm not doing this, I'm a balloon artist. That's what I do for a living.
I got a pussycat from you once.
You did?
I think I seen you downtown one time.
There are stalking laws in this county, just to let you know. Are you disappointed now that she got a balloon and you didn't? Is that what this is?
Can I have a balloon?
Yes, here you go, a Kia balloon. Take it home, put it together yourself.
Don't do me wrong.
Don't do you wrong, okay.
I've been done wrong.
I'm going to do this joke since, I don't know, I wasn't sure what to prepare for this, so I'm going to do this joke right here. I do a lot of birthday parties as a balloon artist. And I get some really bratty kids when you do birthday parties. Like I said, there's one rich kid's house with a bratty kid. He was like, I want a king's crown. So I was like, okay. Came up with this balloon right here, made him a king's crown. There you go. That little brat was like, that's not a king's crown, that's a girl's crown. I was like, come on, wear it. Bud Light might sponsor you. Okay. Give it up for this Sarah right here, if you would please. It's okay, you're fine. It fits my head, it'll fit yours, trust me. Yeah, see, don't suck in. Don't suck in. I am a balloon artist. Also, to let you know about me, I'm the father of a 15-year-old, 14-year-old, and 13-year-old. Yes, according to my wife, I'm the only balloon artist that didn't know how to use latex the right way. This is the thing I need you guys' help with, okay? My wife and I are in an argument right now. We're in an argument over this ring right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a ring of the Flash. My wife hates it when I wear this ring.
She's right.
She's right. She's like, you're making fun of our marriage. I'm like, no. This is the ultimate anti-affair device right here. I mean, think about it. You see a guy who's married, you might be tempted. You see a guy wearing a Flash ring, and when you're walking away, you will feel like Donald Trump. Yeah, you definitely dodged a bullet. What do you mean, oh? I think we're going to be okay, though. I think we're going to be okay because this year we're celebrating 20 years of marriage. All right. Or as my wife likes to call it, 7,305 days of the hostage situation. She went on Google and figured that out, just to let you know. And I think we're going to be okay. Because it's a big anniversary coming up. And I was like, honey, we need to do something special. We need to renew our wedding vows. And she was like, honey, I think you need to renew your life insurance policy. That's what I think you need to do. This was the thing. My wife said to me the other day, she just looked at me the other day, and she said, you are a stubborn old goat. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You think I'm the greatest of all times? That is so awesome. Thank you. I am getting older, just to let you know. I'm not as old as you, sir, but I'm is that wrong? Should I have not said that? I went to Nashville public schools. I don't have any better sense, just to let you know. He understands.
I'm so old I can remember when rainbows were black and white.
That's right, okay. I don't know if you could say that in Black History Month, but that's okay. Money is never having me on a show again. Okay. No, but work with me on this, all right? I get angrier at things the older I get. I don't know about you. Like my wife wants to watch TV with me all the time. But all she wants to watch is the Hallmark Channel. Yes, I have watched so much Hallmark Channel, I have a yeast infection. We can't agree on anything to watch. Like my wife the other day, she was like, I wanted to watch Elf during Christmas. Classic movie, right?
Yay.
Classic movie? My wife said, I can't watch that because my IQ goes down every single time I watch that movie. This is the same lady that likes to watch YouTube videos of sovereign citizens. Thank you. Few people know who they are. For those of you who don't know who they are, sovereign citizens make the Kardashians look like Masterpiece Theater on PBS. That's right. I got time for one more and I gotta get out of here. Make room for your headliner. So I gotta ask a question. How did we feel about this last election? Okay, some people are like it, some people don't. You like it? Okay. Gotcha. For me, the last election, it was like watching NASCAR. You didn't care who won or who finished well. I was just drinking beer and watching the wrecks. That's what I was doing. Made me think that anybody could be president. So because of that, I came up with this shirt right here. Balloon Guy 24. He'll deal with inflation.
Yay!
My name is Sean T. Hughes. Give it up for Monty if you would, please.
Mr. Hayes. Thank you for Sean one more time. Give it up for Sean, everybody. Here we go. We're on last comedian of the night. See, I keep doing it. It's sunlight. I can see it.
It's not on the other side of the world.
Well, a couple of hours I might get. All right, y'all ready for the headline? Say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. I'm so proud of this guy. He's been doing big things. He's working on a comedy album. So he's always at Zany's and doing big shit. Anyway, put your hands together for Drew Davis, everybody. Come on, let him hear it.
What's up, gang? Let's give it up for amazing host, Monty Hicks. This has been a weird day. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know. This has been like a day. I was taking a dump today, thinking what could every text I got from someone was just something that made me piss me off more. Like I was like, I'd be in a good mood, and then I got a text and like, oh, I hate that person now. And then another text, I guess I hate that person now. And then Monty shot me a text. It was like, hey, do you want to do a show at a Goodwill Circus? And I was like, why not? You know. And Adrian, you said this was your first time performing at a place that could be like Alcoholics Anonymous. I've done this a little bit longer than Adrian. You'll do more. Like you'll get to the point where you're just like, yeah, it's Sunday afternoon. What else am I gonna do? You know, like I'm happy to be here. I've done this long enough where I get weird compliments from people after shows, right? Like sometimes after shows, people come up and be like, "Hey, man, you were actually funny." You're actually a dick. Someone told me this. Okay, William, calm down. He'll ask for a refund if I work mostly clean, but William will ask me for a refund if I don't drop a cuss word or a dick or something. This is something that happened not too long ago. Someone came up to me. I'm from here. I'm from Nashville, and they were like, "Drew, I think you're the best gay clean comedian in Nashville." And I was like, "I'm straight." But well, at least I was. I was actually married for 3 years, but then I found the love of my life on Grindr. So you wouldn't. I bought you the tools and everything, and you said no. I was like, your back door or mine? And she was like, neither. And I said, well, I have strangers on an app that, anyway. It was a joke at first, and you guys were like, is he the ex-husband? I don't know. Here's what's been happening in my life lately. I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but I'll be in conversations with people, and they think I'm gay, and I think I'm straight. And then it gets way confusing. It really does. The conversation, not my sexuality, okay? Like, but it's something. It's not too long, a little inside baseball on stand-up comedy. If you're ever hosting at a comedy club, like your dream is that you do so well that the headliner comes up to you after the show and is like, hey, come on the road with me. And you all, a few months ago, that almost happened to me. It did. I had an amazing set. It was going great. The headliner, I gotta be honest, she was like 9,000 years old. She might have been like the first comedian. She might have been like your mother. Like she might have she and so she comes up to me, and there are hints that she thinks I'm gay that I'm not picking up one bit. She comes up to me, and the first thing she says is, hey, more people need to hear from people like you and your demographic. Which is a straight white male. I'm like, yeah, we don't get told that enough, honestly. Like, thank you for noticing.
then she said something I'd never heard before, and this seems like a good eclectic group. This looks like a Fast and Furious movie right now with all the diversity in here. This I feel like this is a good poll of just the world as is. So I'm gonna ask you guys. She said something I'd never heard before in my entire life. She looked at me and she said, "Are you family?" Right away, you know what that meant. Okay. So I did not, and in case you don't either, I'll go ahead and fill you in so you don't feel like you're blind in this joke. Back in the 1400s or whenever this lady was from, you couldn't openly talk about sexuality, right? So like if you were gay and if you were someone else was gay, you'd say, "Are you family?" And if they were gay, they said yes, and then you knew it was like code language. You could talk about it. I didn't know that was a thing. So when she asked about his family, I thought she meant like, "Am I Italian?" Which I am. So I was like, "Oh yeah, when you're here, you're family." Oh my gosh, she would have thought my career took off. She got my business card. We were picking out tour dates. I was putting in my cell phone. She was putting in her day timer. Things were going great. And then she said, then she was like, "Oh, you could even bring your boyfriend if you want." And that's when I knew. That's when I full circle. And honestly, at first I was complimented that she looked at this and assumed I had a boyfriend, because not many people. Anyway. So that's when I said, "Oh, I'm not gay." And she instantly lost all interest in me. Not the first time that's happened with the ladies. Something tells me she's like this because she hasn't got enough things put in her mouth, but. Anyway, this lady, this comedian, she lost complete interest in me, and then she said, "Well, call me when you suck a dick, and I'll take you on tour with me." So we're going on tour next week, and I need you guys to just... Well, this is actually the last time I was in this area. I was performing over here at a boxing match. Has anyone ever gone to see boxing over here? Anyone ever do this? It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, right? The boxing is a lot of fun. You want to know what's not a lot of fun is going to be halftime entertainment at a boxing match and doing stand-up comedy. Have you ever... No one's ever gone to a boxing match. Like, you know what this needs? In between all the people beating each other up and all the blood and the gore and the hot women parading, it's like, we need some weird guy to get up there and talk about how he's not gay but sounds like it. That's what we need. That's what this boxing match is missing. And like, literally the night before the show, I get a call from a guy. He is a comedian, but he was also the announcer there. And he's like, "Yeah, I had a great idea. Like, we had a couple matches fall through, and we were like, what could we sub in?" And I thought, how about a comedy show? And I was like, how about 2 other boxers doing a match? Like, that seems more what you want at this. And he was like, "No, we're gonna do comedy." But it was it's a family-friendly boxing match, because the only thing better for your kids than school shootings is watching people beat each other up for sport. And so they were like, "Look, it's a family atmosphere, so we're calling you because we know you can keep it clean." So I get my first boxing gig. I go in there, and 3 times before I hit the ring, the owner's like, "Remember, stay clean, no cussing." So I'm like walking over blood squat, like with me, like, okay, just gonna, and I'm doing my jokes, and everyone's looking at me like, "Why are you here?" And I'm looking back at them like, I don't know. Like, I have no. You're as confused as I am. But they did the magical thing, like when you're a comedian, they did the most magical thing, which is they pay you a little bit, so you're like, "I'll come." My mom and dad got a divorce when I was in sophomore in college. I know you looked at this and you already knew my parents were divorced. You don't see people up here doing comedy think they have a healthy family. You don't. And it was a sophomore in college, and what happened was my dad, he had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 girlfriends, a wife, and my mom as another wife. Yeah, he had 6 women in his life. And I told that to my friends when I was a sophomore in college. Like, when it was a really big traumatic moment, I went to lunch with some buddies. I was telling them about it, and one of my friends was like, "You mean to tell me your dad had 6 women in his life and you can't even get 1?" So, freshmen in college, they're douchebags. Yeah, they are. That's the lesson there. And here's the thing. I thought that was the worst of his problems, but it turns out he wasn't just a cheater, like, at home. He was a white-collar criminal. I grew up here in Brentwood. Here in the Middle Tennessee. I grew up in Brentwood. And so he was stealing money from the children's hospital in Brentwood because he was accounting for. There are children in Brentwood, Tennessee that have probably died because they didn't get the medical help they needed because my dad was taking money out of the bank accounts to pay for his 6 women. I mean, I get you need some money, but like maybe, you know, there's other ways. And I know this isn't worse than children dying. I also had to pay for my own college. And I'm still a little bitter about that, if I'm being honest. Still a little bothered. But no, he wasn't a great dad. He did have this one thing. Let me know what you guys think about this. He had a theory that he passed down to me and my brother and our families, kind of something that was, and I think it was passed down to him, that like every man in their life at one point needs an ass whooping. Fellas, sir, it might have been the first ass whooping, but have you been beat up once in your life where you were like, okay, I'm a better person because of it? No, he's the original man. He doesn't need to get beat up. He just no. I ain't
been in a fight since I was in 9th grade.
Dude, that's because fights weren't invented until you were at least 6,000. Like that. Like that's not as big of a boast as you think it is. You know. No, like I remember one time, I got in trouble at school. I got sent home because I beat up a kid. I bullied a kid, and I was in the wrong. In my defense, it was 8th grade, and he had a rat tail. And then like all of his friends came and beat me up afterwards. And when I went home, my dad was like, "Well, now you know." And that was like that. Like, and then I did know. Don't mess with people because sometimes there's a bigger person that's friends with it that will mess with you back, and you don't want that, right? And now I know. Well. Flash forward a few years ago, before I was a comedian, I was a youth pastor for 15 years. That you're like, that makes sense, yeah. That's it. Thank you, amen. That's a weird thing to tell to strangers, and I get it, because you're wondering, like, what if I said I was a youth, or am a youth pastor? It'd be good for you, but when you say you were a youth pastor, people are like, I'm gonna go ahead and answer the 2 questions. Yes, I still believe in God, and no, I didn't do that. Okay. But this last church I worked at before I was a comedian, I had a really cool ministry. It was a tough part of the neighborhood. There was a lot of kids at homes and nearby neighboring houses that had a lot of like domestic abuse and terrible things going on. And our church would often find ways to be able to get those kids out of those homes and into homes of like more stable homes in the church with people that we went to church with. My youth ministry, the work I did, had a part to do that, and it was great. One problem though, at one point I had to be in charge of a 16-year-old for 2 years. I don't know if you're looking at this and being like, man, he would be a great dad. No, not even a little. No. You've never looked at a comedian on stage and thought, he'd be a good parent. I mean, except for the ones who are wonderful dads that you've seen tonight. Other than that, And listen, here's the deal. I wasn't the first pick. I went to go pick this kid ran away from home. I picked him up at the police station in Memphis, Tennessee, and the police officer just looked at me. He's like, I'm going to level with you. Either you take this kid home now, or we're going to drop him back off on the street that we found him. And this is how I know I'm not a parent material. My first question, which street was it? And then he was like, it's Memphis. I was like, you're right. All of them are bad. So I'll take them. But yeah, no, I was, and the crazy thing is, when you bring home children from the police precinct, I imagine much like fostering a cat, they give you all the papers where you see the history, you see what brought him into, and so what I saw was, what got him to that, he basically, the police were called on his dad because his dad threw him out like a 2nd-story window, then went down and was like choking him out in the lawn. His grandma called the police because, and I quote from the paperwork, my son broke my window. Kind of bearing the lead on that, if you ask me. But and then he's coming in, and I remember when I bring this kid home after I read all this stuff, I'm like, what adult in their right mind would choke out and like hurt and harm a teenage boy 2 weeks into having this kid? I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying I never once have ever asked again the question, why would you? It's like, oh, I know why. But part of being an adult is knowing don't. But like, I get it. Anytime now people talk about child abuse and they're like, how could the parent? I'm like, well, how? Trust me, every parent has thought about how. You've come up with the ways. Now, the good parents don't, but everyone has thought about how. So I had this kid for a while, and this is the only good parenting thing I did. I don't think we did our best, but this is the only thing I feel like proud. Like, man, that was a good move. A lot of the kids in my youth group also went to school with him. So at one point I get a text from a different kid. He's like, hey, your kid just called my girlfriend a very racial slur and a very bad, mean name. He's been a real jerk. And I really want to kick his ass. I really want to beat him up. But I remember your lesson last Wednesday about how as a Christian I should love and forgive and show grace and turn the other cheek. So as a Christian, like, what should I do? And I text him back, beat him up a little. And so he's coming home and he's complaining and he's like, he beat me up for all this. And I'm like, I know the whole story. And now you know. Don't be racist in school because that girl may have a bigger friend. Or in her case, lots of friends. And like, what are they gonna do? I was a youth pastor. What are they gonna call his parents? They're in jail or dead. Like, it didn't, like, I'm it. Now, did I solve racism in America? No. If you want to call me the Rosa Parks of Memphis, you could. You probably shouldn't. I think we could still call Rosa Park the Rosa Park of Memphis, honestly. You by the way, that was your first time performing, right? Yeah, good job. Give her a hand for first time performing. But during your set, you had mentioned that you and Monty do a podcast. I also have a podcast. I've had a podcast for a whole year or so. And it's not that. I mean, okay, it's a Fast and Furious movie rewatch podcast. It's basically the best thing on the earth, honestly. So just everyone loves it. We're at a whole 13 followers now. It's going great. Things are going great. We're killing it. And I love. First of all, I'm irrationally defensive about Fast and Furious. I get in arguments over nothing when people bring it up. One of my friends recently was like, "I think they should have ended after 6." I'm not even thinking. I said, "I think you should have ended after 6." But I do enjoy doing the podcast. My favorite thing about podcasting is, so you also make a social media to go with your podcast. It's kind of how you help build, and then you get to meet and interact with all the weird usernames that add your podcast, like, to follow it, right? So, like, recently, Lucifer Morningstar followed my podcast. Probably not the real devil. But I started thinking, what if it is? I was like, what if the new form of torture in hell is making them listen to my podcast? I was like a little insulted that the idea that someone's gonna go to hell and be like, oh my gosh, please don't make me watch Fast and Furious, and then Satan's like, oh, watch it? Oh, no. How do you feel about listening to two white people talk about it for way too long? That sounds like torture. And here's something else that's kind of cool. Recently, not only did Lucifer Morningstar follow my podcast, but also Jesus. Jesus is following my podcast now. And I was like, look at me, uniting the celestial forces 1/4 mile at a time. Like, I'm feeling it, you know? And I was bragging about it, of course, as you do. And I was telling my friend, yeah, look, Jesus is following my podcast. And he's like, dude, that's my friend Jesus. He just likes cars. And I told him about you're an idiot, is what they told. And then, but I don't know. I am a Christian. I have been a Christian for a while. I was a very, and I'm a progressive Christian. I'm a liberal Christian. I'm an affirming Christian. So what that means is, since I was a youth pastor for 15 years, at least once a month, Christians have told me I'm going to hell. That is it's a regular thing. And you know what? I might. I might. This might be hell. This might be my hell. I don't know. Today feels like it. This has been wonderful, and you all have been absolutely wonderful. But if I do end up at hell, first of all, you all tried your best. I appreciate the effort. Sorry I didn't take it seriously, you know. But also, like, I like to imagine there's like an orientation in hell, like kind of like college orientation. Obviously, like Satan is like the school principal or whatever, headmaster, the president. That's the word I was looking for, like the main person. And I like to think, on orientation day, Satan's giving us all like a opening talk, and he's like, man, it's gonna be terrible for you. I'm gonna torture you so much. It's worst day for you ever. And then he's gonna look at me and be like, can I be a guest on your podcast? So, listen, I'm gonna head out, but before I go, I did want to, you guys give yourselves a hand for being an amazing audience. Listen, and thank you guys for letting us come do comedy at your Goodwill shop. Thank you. This has been an absolute blast and definitely uplifting for me. I do have a comedy show at Third Coast Comedy Club tonight at 6 p.m. So if like you are here right now and you're like, man, I wish the laughs never ended, or at least I could go with a few more laughs. I would love for you guys to. It's at 6. Hit me up afterwards. I'll add your name to the list. I just would love for you guys to come out if you want. If you're a comedian, many of you are. You guys get to come for free, so don't don't hit me up because you can already you can just show up. But if you're not a comedian, hit me up and I'll add your name to the list. So, all right, I'm gonna give you one more joke and then I'm gonna leave. This is my last joke. It's my favorite pickup line. So many beautiful women here. You've been so quiet and nice, and you just look out of place. You're like, what did I walk into? May I give you a pickup line? She's like, God, no, please no. No, she agreed haphazardly. What is your name? Victoria, nice to meet you. I'm Drew. Victoria, if I saw you out in the wild, this is what I would say to you. I know, good start. Good start. Women love it when you talk to them and you look like me. Victoria, I may not be the best looking guy in this room, but I'm the only one talking to you. You can't see over here, but she is literally texting her husband right now. So it's happening. I know that's a bad pickup line. I never actually would say it in real life, but I do it as a joke. And years ago, I did that joke, and in the back of the room, this woman goes, "That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard." I wish a guy would say that to me. And I had two thoughts. One, that's pathetic. And two, I really need to go talk to her after the show. Thank you so much. I've been Drew. You've been absolutely fantastic. Let's bring back our amazing host, Monty Hicks.
Get up for Drew one more time, everybody. Drew is amazing. He's awesome. Yes, we have to have him on our podcast. We got to talk about cars, I guess. I don't know. Oh, okay. Thank you for everybody who's been a part of this, even if you were just sitting in the audience, if you was going to be on stage. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't forget about the tip bucket. We love you. We do this once a month. And if you want drinks, they're back there somewhere. By all means, enjoy. But yes, by all means, stick around and shop around. Ain't that right? Yes. I'm going to buy that Prince jacket. All right, love, peace, and head grease. I'm out. Thank you.
Never running games, homie. Monty Hicks don't play. Yeah, gonna lift you up by soaring tonight, baby. Monty Hicks in the mix, cue the light, baby. I'm spitting truth, forget those jokers in your sight, baby. I'm shouting, dude, it's Monty Hicks who holds the mic. Yeah, I'ma glide right by, cause my rhythm ain't no game, and they keep on falling lame. Still Monty Hicks remains steady aiming for that fame.